What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anthony's Takes. Right now we're going to take a look at Screen Junkies. They uploaded something, a little bit of a blast from the past, an honest trailer from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Well, and this is the one that starred Andrew Garfield, which then later on was supposed to get a third installment, but I remember something happened where Andrew Garfield was supposed to go somewhere to represent Sony, and he pulled out, and then out of, I guess, retaliation, they decided not to go ahead and make a third one with him as Spider-Man, so which led into them working with Marvel to reboot Spider-Man. So let's take a look.
From a director whose main qualification for Spider-Man is his last name, comes a Spider-Man 2 with a Spider-Man 3 level of quality.
Now take on this.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Hey, didn't CinemaSins already do this one? You've already seen the premature reboot to the original trilogy. Now, before you see the solo spin-off to the soft reboot crossover, revisit the crappy sequel to the premature reboot that failed so hard Spidey swung back over to Marvel, then unfortunately back over to Sony again.
Not a great plan.
Lower your expectations, because the same guys who wrote Star Trek Into Darkness and a bunch of bad Michael Bay movies are back, and you can bet they'll be ruining something you loved as a kid, while including magic blood at some point.
Once we caught him, I synthesized a serum from his super blood.
You need Spider-Man's blood.
It will save my life.
In a movie that's so bloated, Black Cat and Spider Slayer only get cameos, while Aunt May's nursing career has its own plotline.
Double shift on Thursday. Who has to take nursing classes with 22-year-old kids so I can pay for you to go to college?
Who asked for this? Return to a New York where everyone exclusively uses Sony products. Crowds cheer while violent crimes play out. And everyone in the city is a scientific genius, except Aunt May.
Me, your stupid, non-scientific aunt.
And say hello to Peter Parker, who's corrected his stutter from the first movie.
So, you want to,
What?
I don't know, we could,
And replaced it with constantly repeating himself.
That's a question. That's a question.
Listen,
Wait.
no,
Wait. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. You stay with me.
Watch his relationship with Gwen Stacy grow from loving her so much they have to stay together against her dead dad's wishes,
Don't make promises you can't keep, Mr. Parker.
Yeah, but those are the best kind.
to loving her so much that they have to stay apart,
I'm sorry, Gwen.
to loving her so much that they have to stay together again, with a healthy dose of stalking in between.
Have you been following me?
Just once a day. Sometimes more. I'm following you now. I'm just gonna follow you everywhere.
Thrill as Spider-Man faces off against Electro, a villain who combines Milton from Office Space with the Tumblr /fiction blog.
You like that, Spidey? I like it a lot, Max.
When he falls into a tank of eels, he'll get a random grab bag of electric powers like Magneto-Wing, Force Lightning, Invisibility, and electric cosmetic dentistry, but for some reason no actual eel powers. I'd pay good money to watch Jamie Foxx build a nest for his eggs out of his own saliva. That's an eel fact. Look it up. Thrill as everyone forgets the lesson of Spider-Man 3 and crams even more villains into an already packed movie like The Green Goblin, again, who's in a frantic rush to cure the disease his dad lived with for 60 years.
I do not have time.
Gwen Stacy's ghost dad, and the Rhino. A ridiculous Russian transformer who begins and ends the film like crap bread on a poop sandwich. So settle in for a Spider-Man movie with a good performance by Andrew Garfield that was so bogged down by subplots, underwhelming action, trailer moments with no payoff, and the constant stink of desperation to create a cinematic universe that writer Alex Kurtzman did it all over again with a mummy? Seriously? How does that happen? Starring Old Tom Holland, oh snap, Mr. Burns, Dane DeHagen-Dazs, Dr. Manhattan, and Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man 2, Electro Boogaloo. Tom Holland is great and all, but I'll miss Andrew Garfield. Maybe he could be cool new Uncle Ben and get shot by Tobey Maguire, and then he could fly away in the Japanese Spider-Zord. Now that's the cinematic universe I can get behind.
I definitely agree with that, how they took that Spider-Man 2 and repeated the same damn mistake that they rebooted the first trilogy. They overcrowded Spider-Man 3 with Venom, Sandman, and Harry Osborn dying before briefly becoming a Green Goblin. It was just too overcrowded, and that dancing scene just killed everything with Tobey Maguire. So it just didn't make any sense for them because of that mistake. They rebooted, and then they ended up making the same damn mistake over again. And now they're rebooting it again, but letting Marvel do the rebooting. But now it looks like it's gonna go back into the hands of Sony and Marvel collectively together with the Venom movie coming out. So they're gonna be having their own universe. So we'll see how that works out in the future. I'm excited to see a Venom movie and see what Spider-Man has to do with it. Hopefully they stick to the comics and don't, you know, like, if this news would have came sooner, it would have been smart for them to, I think I said in another video, why not have Spider-Man come across the symbiote while in Infinity War? He gets stuck to him in an end credit scene or something like that, and then just snowballs into him having the black suit for when that Venom movie comes around, and then, you know, jumps on Eddie Brock, yeah, who is played by Tom Hardy. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. So hit the like button, subscribe and share if you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. For one, when I first saw it, I kind of liked it, you know, but then it did, towards the end, it just, I really liked how they stuck to the comics and killed off Gwen Stacy. And even though, you know, no one would have saw that coming unless you knew the comics, and it would have pissed me off if they didn't kill her, you know. So for them to reboot the Green Goblin and Gwen Stacy being in the movie, it would only make sense for them to kill off Gwen Stacy and introduce Mary Jane in the next installment, but never got around to that. They're rebooting after reboot after reboot. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you did not, eat a dick.